welcome to this new tutorial. My name is Eric Patterson. Today I'm going to show you how to create a private repository on GitHub. Let's jump into the GitHub terminal, to the GitHub console, and create a private repository. But before that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't have to miss any of our video. We can also see us on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So let's deep dive into today's topic. Now, to create a private repository is simple as creating a public repository. You just have to go to your GitHub dashboard, and to go to the GitHub dashboard, you just have to press to the GitHub logo here on the left. So each time you press the GitHub logo here on the left, it will take you to the GitHub dashboard. So you can go ahead and click to this new here to create that repository. So let's call it private. For example, let's give him a name private 01, for example, and you can put a description here if you want. Then here, pay attention. It is by default checked to public. You need to go ahead and switch it to private. Then you can add a README file here. Simple, make sure you check this to add a README file, and then you create the repository. Now, the private repository means that this repository is private to you. Only you can use that repository, on not other repository like people, right? Only you can use this repository, not other people. So there's a next video that's going to come that I will explain the difference between a private and the public repository. So that's how you create a private repository. Then there's also another way you can create a private repository. You can come here and click on this logo, and which is just a panel like for setting. Click here, then you go to your repository here, and you can basically go ahead and create a private repository here. So you will click here, then you can call it private. You can say private. We created a private 01 earlier. We can create a private 02. You have to put a description if you want. Make sure you check here, you add a file, then you create that repository, right? Then, as you can see, the repository is private. See here, the repository is private. That's how you know if the repository is private or not. So here, if the repository was public, we say here public, but here it is telling you that the repository is actually private, right? Anything on this repository belongs to you, and only you can actually see it. Only you can work on it. Nobody else. If somebody is not in your account, if someone is not part of this account, the person will not be able to do anything on this repository because this repository is private. So people will not be able to see this repository because it is private actually to you. Only authenticated user, right? Only people that are authenticated to your account will be able to see this private repository. I hope you like this video. See you on the next video. Don't forget, if you haven't done so, don't forget to click on the notification, on the subscribe button. Then you can also find us on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. See you guys.